I've decided it's time to change the color of my sheets. I've had these for too long. Oh, they like dyed my foam red. Sorry about the noise, but I need air. It's too hot. Also, look at the pretty campsite I found. So when I was making these originally, I did this one first, and I was a little overly ambitious because I made it so you could actually remove the covers so you could wash them. I sewed these little snap things on so I could take it off, but I never did that. So the other two I just sewed on, which is what we're gonna do today because I'm lazy. Ooh, filming. I wanted something a little lighter because this is just, I did this in the fall of last year, so it's very fall colored. So now that it's summer, we are going with this. And I'm hoping I have enough because I bought everything they had left in the store, but it might not be enough. If it's not enough, I'll use that fabric to cover the bottom that you won't see. But this just feels a little bit more summery. Warm weather. Happiness. Got my little sewing kit. We're gonna do the smallest one first because that will be the easiest. This isn't gonna be amazingly done. Sometimes it's fun to not, look at the same colors every day. If I like how this ends up, I will be doing this more often. I think I'm gonna use the light pink thread. So it's 7 o'clock, it's later than I thought, and this is gonna take me another couple hours to finish. So I'm feeling like instead of finishing it tonight, I could go swimming in this beautiful body of water right next to my campsite, and I could have a beer and hang out for the rest of the evening, and then I could finish this tomorrow. Because procrastination. It looks so silly, but I feel like I can see the vision. Determining the best way to get down because I am a little bit above the water. Looks like a dead little crawdaddy or something. Baby lobster. If you ever notice me at a place where I won't put my head underwater, it's because sometimes with certain places, if I'm just not positive how clean they are, I'm not going to dunk my head underwater. Like, I'm fine with going in and swimming, but I just won't go to that next step unless the water is pristine, and then I'll dunk my head. But this water, it's okay. Cheers to the fact that I am not exactly thriving during summertime, but I am surviving. And that's the key. Time for the very short walk back to my car because I am hungry and I know the bugs are gonna get really bad soon, so I want to eat before that happens. Look how pretty. There's a train that goes by about every 45 minutes, so that'll be fun. Yes, I take these every time I'm at Panera because they have mayo, mustard, spicy brown mustard, and ketchup packets, and salt and pepper packets you can take if you want. So I take them every time I'm there just so that I don't have to ever buy a bottle of mayo or mustard because especially in hot weather and things, it's just so inconvenient to have to buy bottles of things. Too hot for cooking? We're doing a hoagie because fun fact about me, which most of you already know, I worked at Subway for 7 years cumulatively, over 4 different Subways. So I've eaten a lot of hoagies in my life and somehow I'm still not tired of them. I think I'm gonna do half. I went a little overboard on the veggies. I wanna be somebody to someone. I do not eat enough hoagies in my life. Man, I miss these. Because I said earlier where I'm like, summer is about, you know, surviving, not thriving. And I think it's because I'm always so excited in theory for summer because it's like everything's open and all the roads are open and you can get everywhere. But then I realize I'm actually excited for spring and then I'm excited for fall. And then summer is something that I just have to get through because it's just hot and it's busy and there's so many things that I want to do, but I'm like, well, they would be better if I did them in fall because then there might be rain and I don't have to worry about water as much and it's less busy and the weather's better and it's cooler. And so I'm really starting to realize that summer is just something to get through to get to fall. But we're doing pretty well. It's only, what, a month and a half till September? People are always like, what do you do in winter? I'm like, winter's great. I love winter. I missed the snow already. Last year sucked. This year's probably going to suck too, but I miss winter. Like if I had to order my favorite seasons, it would go fall, then winter, then spring, then summer. Summer is dead last in basically every category besides the amount of daylight. And that's not enough to save it. The bugs are coming out. It's almost 10 p.m. and people are still fishing. Because I didn't finish this, I'm just gonna sleep on my blanket. Wow, it's the only blanket I have. The low tonight is 65 degrees, so I genuinely don't think I need a blanket. And I have a new blanket to show you guys tomorrow. That's why I only have this gray one, because I donated my red one to the thrift store because we're on for a whole new color scheme tomorrow. Forever grateful. I bought that fan from Walmart 7 years ago because it's USB rechargeable, so it's just I charge it while I'm driving, and then I always have a fan in the evening, and it's kind of nice white noise, to be honest, because ever since I've had mice in my car, I'm a lot more sensitive to noises or crinkling or anything in my car. I assume it's a mouse. So with this, it kind of eliminates the little noises that naturally happen in my car, so I'm not constantly being like, oh my god, is it a mouse? Someday I'll get over my paranoia of mice. Actually, probably not, because they keep showing up. It's only 10:30, but I think I'm going to be up pretty early tomorrow because I want to finish my bedding and everything, and there's a bunch of other stuff that I'm kind of changing in my car, so I want to get all that done tomorrow morning so I can do the grand unveiling of my new color scheme in my car, which is exciting to probably only me. I just think sometimes I forget that I have free will, and I can just, if I get bored of looking at the interior of my car, I can actually decorate it and switch it up, and I don't usually do that, so it's kind of a new thing for me, but we're gonna give it a go. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It is time to sew, which are not words I usually say, but we must get to sewing. I got a new comforter, I got a pillow, I got a pillowcase, I got so much more stuff. I wasn't gonna get a new blanket, but this was on sale for $14 and it's reversible, which means I can have 2 different options for colors. Ta-da! I'm gonna use the darker. Oh yeah, look how nice that is. But see, now that's ugly. Don't worry. I got a matching color again because I wasn't sure what to use, and then I found this. It's almost perfect. There's one more thing I need to add to really complete the design of my new build, which is not a new build, but it has new sheets now, so it feels like a new build. Did we miss the sign? I did it the closest I could to the original one that I did in 2019. When you guys first saw it, it was a little bit faded, but this is originally how it was. They had the exact same chalkboard at Walmart, the exact same paint pens, they had everything still. So I got it and we redid it because people keep asking me about the sign and I keep saying it'll come back when my build's done. And the original one will come back when my build's done. But it's been like a year and a half now and the build's still not done. So I figured I would return Elrond to his rightful state, which is having his name on him. I should have made coffee hours ago, but I was just very motivated to get this done so that I can enjoy my coffee and my build's good and everything's clean. Ignore the mess. It is another day's problem. Also, I am going on about 5 days without a shower, so. But I found this thing really helps add some volume. Beating the sound of silence. Let's see if I have enough ice in here. Also, this campsite is kind of amazing. Well, the day couldn't have kept going perfectly. It did just break off in the same spot where it broke before, so I'm just gonna have to I'll probably use epoxy instead of super glue to put it back together. At least it keeps being a clean break that I can fix because, I mean, regardless, I could use this mug without a handle, but I can never give up my Element mug. It's too cute. I'm heading into town because there's this magical thing that happens. I'm camped 20 minutes from a time zone change. So the town that I'm going to go edit in is actually, I get an hour back basically, which is so fun. I mean, granted, obviously if I come back to this campsite tonight, which I'm planning on it, then I lose the hour again. But it's just such a fun feeling to drive. And then, you know, it's not 10 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock now. And I love that. And so I'm thinking I'm going to go to town, going to edit, probably going to shower. I don't know. Also, I wanted to say, because I kept forgetting to say throughout the video, I'm coming up on my 9 years of living in my car, which means it's time for another Q&A, which means if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get to as many as I can, combine some, you know the deal. It's the third video I've made doing this. But yes, it's time for my once a year Q&A that I do once a year, which is crazy that it's already time for the next one. This year is flying by. But anyways, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Yay, thanks.